Hello, I'm Ann Sheridan, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, starring, back from his vacation, Gary Moore.
Thank you very much, and greetings, friends. It's nice to see that all of Bill Cullen's friends are here in the... If you were wondering what I am doing out here in the audience, I can only tell you quite honestly that I am wondering, too. The first several minutes of this show have been kept a surprise for me. I was told to come out, come down the aisle, grab this hand microphone, and sit in this seat, and from here on in, I am as much a witness and a guest as you are. So, who takes what away?
Well,
it's lonely here.
Gary, the way it works out, it's my turn. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can plainly see, our beloved MC Gary Moore is seated in the audience. And we, the members of the panel, actually wanted to find a very special way to welcome Gary back from his summer vacation tonight. So we, Gary, and enjoy this, we have staged an elaborate production. We've worked hard on it. It features 50 members, 50 of our studio audience, people ordinarily seated down there. We invited these people up on stage and rehearsed them very carefully before the show went on, while Gary Moore was out of the theater right before the show went on. Now, we told Gary to sit in the audience, so Gary, if you're all ready, the following is going to show you, truly, how we all feel.
Truly. Oh, no! Welcome, Faye Emerson, J. Meadows, Bill Cullen, Henry Morgan. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, tremendous.
Wait a minute, Gary. Gary, now. No. There's been a mistake somewhere now. Now, just a moment. Now, if you'll just move out of there, and you go over down there, that's it. And over there, get down there if you will. And mind everybody. Oh, that's right. And, yeah, there you go.
The producers finally popped their cork. I knew it was going to happen someday, and this is apparently
Go
it.
down there, and everybody hurry up, because this is valuable time, you know.
Wow, how very nice. Oh, very nice. Oh.
Thank you very much, everyone from the audience. And, Gary, we hope that you enjoyed our fantastic production.
This is just tremendous. Thank all of you letter folks. I don't know what camera I can use, but some one of them I would like to have for just a moment. Joe Schwartz, your camera, just to say that I am most grateful to my good friend, my formerly good friend, Don McNeil, for the job he did for me this summer while I was away. He just about ruined my vacation. And I'll tell you why, because I spent the entire time I was away, except for 1 week, on my boat. And I never saw any television shows anywhere. It wasn't anywhere near television, and I would put into these little small fishing villages to get, ice and water and supplies. And everywhere I would go if I got in on a Wednesday or a Thursday, this happened to me 3 distinct times. The fellow would come down to give me gasoline. He would say, "You're Gary Moore, aren't you?" And I'd say, "Yes." He said, "Did you see I've Got a Secret last night?" And I said, "No, I didn't." "Best show they've had all year." And I was sitting on my boat eating my heart out. And when I left, this show, according to the ratings, was number 5 in national popularity. I read in the paper when I got back that it is now number 2. I would show you the original clipping, but my teardrops are still obscuring the print on it. So I guess I ought to thank Don McNeil, and Don, I do thank you. And next year when I go, my replacement will be King Farouk.
Gary?
Yes.
And now, would you come up to your desk?
Now?
Yes, right now, please. And while you're coming up, I want to tell you that there's going to be a slight change in the program tonight. For the first contestant, you are going to be the panel, and you're going to ask the questions, and we, yes, are going to be the master of ceremonies tonight in your place. But first of all, I'd like you to put your blindfold on.
Oh, yeah.
My blindfold. I don't have a...
Is there one?
Yeah, there's blindfold. I put this on.
Put it on.
I am the panel, and you're the whatever I
We're the
am?
master of ceremonies, and you're the panel for the first contestant.
Eat your little heart out.
You sure you can't see anything?
You can't see now.
I cannot see a thing.
Are you ready to play the game?
Yes, as ready as I'm going
Well,
to be.
then would you ask the first contestant to come on, please?
Yes, well, the first contestant, I vaguely in that direction. Come on, please. Does he sit?
Yeah, there.
Am I
Good
supposed
evening,
to
Fred.
take
No,
this
you
over
just
here
stay
with
right
us?
there. He's over here with us.
Oh, all right.
Now, if you would please whisper your name and where you are from to me, or I guess you can tell that out loud, your name and where you're from.
Harmon Smith from Massachusetts.
And what kind of work do you do, Harmon? That's the secret, is it?
Yeah, that's a secret.
Well, if you will whisper your secret to me while we're flashing it on the screen for the folks at home, Gary will start asking questions. Will you whisper it to me? No. Dale, do you know? Did you whisper it to Dale?
Isn't that a shame?
Okay. So, Gary, would you start by asking the first question?
Mr. Smith from Massachusetts. Does your secret... Come on.
First of all, I have to tell you, Gary, that the category is it's something that happened to him recently.
And it shouldn't have happened to a dog.
Something happened to him recently. Has it any connection with me, Mr. Smith?
Yes, it does.
Did it happen... You say recently?
Yes.
Did it happen while I was on my vacation?
Yes.
Well,
Well, it didn't happen while he was...
that's right. The thing didn't happen while he was on his vacation.
Did it or didn't it?
It's
Thanks
a
a lot.
negative. It's a negative secret. We're
Oh,
being
this
as
is something
helpful.
that didn't happen to him.
This is something that didn't happen that you have to find out. We're being as helpful as you are to
All
us.
right, I will
yeah.
go down my... I will go down my itinerary starting from the farthest out I got. In Massachusetts. Where was I in Massachusetts? I sailed to Nantucket. Did I meet you in Nantucket?
Yes.
Hey, great, because I went about 20 places. All right, Nantucket. Did I meet you ashore?
Yes.
All right, that's one down, and that's $20 for you, Mr. Smith. And we will go on with our star panel, Mr. Gary Moore.
Did I also meet you afloat?
No.
No. All right, this then happened... Gee, I was all over the island of Nantucket while I was there. Was it in the village of Nantucket?
Outside the village.
That's
Outside
two
the
down, and that's $40 for Mr. Smith.
And that
we will-
$40 he needs, too, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Wait. Kind of summer this kid's had, boy, that's all.
Was this something that I did to you, perhaps?
No.
No, something you didn't do for him.
Something I didn't do
no
for
more
him. You'd be surprised the number of people I didn't do anything for this summer. Something I should have done, but I neglected to do.
That's right.
What could I have supposed to have been done for somebody I didn't do?
Thanks, Skinflint.
Skinflint. This sounds as though I might have... No, I wasn't in a hotel. I was thinking about...
All right, that's three down, so that's $60 to Mr. Smith, and you have one more chance, Mr. Moore.
I was thinking about perhaps I skipped the hotel bill, but I didn't, because I wasn't in a hotel. Did I neglect to pay you for something?
No, no.
Did I neglect
No.
perhaps no, because I believe in tipping. Did I neglect?
Oh, do you?
Oh, did I neglect to tip you for something? Did I neglect to tip you for something?
Yeah. You did, yeah.
I spent money in Nantucket in two places. I went to two restaurants.
Which one?
Are you a waiter in either of the restaurants?
Yes.
Well, Gary,
Yes.
Gary, you can take your blindfold off now and see if you recognize this young man.
Who's $180?
Oh, sure.
I'm going to give him the answer.
Sure, because I had quite a conversation with you. You're going back to college in a couple of weeks.
No thanks to you, he is.
And I've forgotten the name of the restaurant, but it's a delightful place. We all had lobster. It's down on the wharf, and it's called, it has a nautical name.
The skipper.
The Skipper. And I didn't tip you?
How much was the check, by the way?
$16.41.
What's 15% of that, Henry?
I
20%.
should have given him about $3.
$3.
$15,
All right,
yeah.
here you are. Boy, if I don't get this...
Make it four. Be a big man.
$4. Come on. Wait a minute. I tell you, Bill, you paying this?
Yeah?
Give the man $5. $5 to the man.
I'm going to give Mr. Smith the whole $80. Is that all right, Gary?
That is indeed.
Well, that's a very good tip. And then the biggest tip of all, I'd like you to have on behalf of our sponsors, Winston Cigarettes, the best cigarettes on the market.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Nice to see you, young fellow. Now then, may we have our next contestant, please? Now then, sir, if you will tell the audience on the panel what your name is and where you're from.
My name is Jerome Lauer from Elwood, New Jersey.
This is Mr. Lauer, and he is from New Jersey. Now, Mr. Lauer, if you'll whisper your secret to me, the folks at home would like to share it. Well, to help classify Mr. Lauer's secret, I will tell you it concerns something that happened, and Henry, we'll start with you.
Something happened to you. Are you the only one mentioned in the secret?
Is he the only one mentioned in the secret? He is the only person mentioned in the secret, yes.
Is there an object in the secret?
Yes.
You're the only person. Is it an animate object?
Is it animate?
Animate.
Yes, it is an animate object, yes.
It's an aminal?
An animal.
Yes, it is.
Is it a domestic aminal?
Yes.
Is it found on the farm?
Could be.
Frequently.
Four-footed aminal?
Yes, sir.
Is it, let me see, domestic four-footed aminal? Is it ever found in the city?
Yes.
Like a dog?
Exactly
Yes,
like
it
a
is.
dog. All right, $20 done, $60 to go, and we go to Faye.
Is this your own dog, Mr. Lauer?
Yes, it is, ma'am.
Does your dog have some talent that is a little special, perhaps?
Yes, he does.
However, let me say this, that the talent that the dog has is not the secret.
Oh. But what was the secret? Something happened to him or something he...
Something, it just concerns something that happened.
Happened, I see. And you and your dog were concerned. Did it make the newspapers?
Yes, ma'am.
That, as a matter of fact, is how we got onto it. We read it in the newspapers. $40 down and $40 to go, and we go to Bill Cullen.
Would it help me to know what kind of dog this was to which this happened?
I think it would help you to know the function of the dog, what kind of dog he was functionally, but not
Functionally?
the breed of dog. Doesn't
Was
make
he a
it.
functional dog?
Yes?
Oh,
Yes, he was.
watchdog.
Yes, a watchdog.
I got it.
Now, wait a minute. Now, Henry Morgan's got it, but it's
The
too
guy
late.
who had in the papers, it said in the papers, he's the man who they stole
Stole
his
his dog,
watchdog
yeah.
from.
That's
it,
exactly
yeah.
right. They stole his watchdog. Mr. Lauer, how did this happen that your watchdog got stolen?
Well, somebody stole it last Sunday.
Came into your establishment?
Establishment, broke in, and stole it.
Well, that's a swell watchdog you
It
had.
is a very good watchdog.
I know, however, that you must feel tremendously attached. We have a picture here of the dog, and Mr. Lauer, without asking any questions, would like to have the dog back. That's
What
all they
for?
took, wasn't it?
That's all they took.
They didn't take any money or anything.
No money or anything. That didn't touch a thing.
All right, now, what
Just took
color?
the dog.
What color is
Dog
the dog?
is white.
Dog is white. This happened
Yes, sir.
last night.
Last Sunday night, sir.
Answers to what name?
Sport.
Sport. And if they find him, or if they have him, no questions asked, where do they return him to, sir?
To the owner, sir.
That's Allwood, New Jersey.
Elwood, New Jersey.
And what telephone number?
Logan 14571.
Logan 14571. Well, sir, I hope that you find your dog. It has its comic side, but I'm sure that there's a tremendous sentimental attachment, too.
Yes, there is.
You didn't win a great deal of money. You have won a carton of Winston
All right,
cigarettes,
sir.
and our thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we're all set. I would like to have you now meet our special guest, and when I say special, I want to say that I've never met as completely and open and refreshing a person in many and many a long year, in addition to being a great motion picture actress. She just returned from Africa, where she completed a picture called Harvest of Thorns with the British actor David Farrar, and wait until you hear what her secret is. Here is Miss Ann Sheridan. And I won't be so obvious as to ask you about the picture, but I do want to know. I have always been interested in, these deep, deep Africa deals. How is it down there for a gal back in the bush country?
Oh, well, Gary, really, Africa is very rough. It's rough for a woman. It's very rough on a man. As a matter of fact, it's a pretty terrifying country. There are lots of bugs and snakes and horrifying animals and lots of hyenas at night, and very frightening, really.
Well, I gather you're just as glad to be home, then.
Oh, I'm delighted to be home.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Now let's just get on with the game, shall we?
Yes.
All right. What is your secret, Miss Sheridan? You're going to have to tell me that again. Tell me that again. And this is for sure? Sure. Right. And it is, too. Now then, panel, I will tell you Ann Sheridan's secret concerns something that is going to happen to somebody. And we'll start with, who do we leave off with? I think we left off with Bill. We'll go to Jane, please.
Going to happen to somebody, Anne. Is this somebody on the panel by any chance?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You know. Oh, no. I watched the audience. I was absolutely fascinated watching the audience, and they were looking down at this end. Does it have anything to do with Henry or me?
Could it?
Yeah.
One of the two of you, yes.
Oh, does it have something to do with Henry, I hope?
Yes.
Is it? It does have to do with Henry?
Yes.
It's something that's going to happen to Henry. Is it going to be nice, this thing that's going to happen to Henry?
Oh, indeed.
Very nice?
Very.
Oh, good.
That's a matter of opinion. $20 down and $60 to go, and now we go to the expectant Mr. Morgan.
And is this one of those things where I have to be a good sport?
Not necessarily, Henry.
You mean in spite of your true nature?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, dear.
Not really.
No,
I
you
take it
don't
you're
really
not
have to be.
going to be involved in this.
I beg your pardon?
You're not going to be involved in this.
In a sense.
In a sense,
You are?
she is, yes.
All right, I'll be pretty sporty about it.
And we're going to cut the secret off, cut the game off, because there's so much to explain.
You make me so mad because I've been waiting to say before all the people how I love this girl. And Frank, dig this one. And my director's going to tell me I got to kiss her.
What? So much for hanky-panky on the boot deck.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
she's
you, darling.
the best friend I ever had.
Anne, let me tell Henry the secret.
All right.
Anne Sheridan's secret is that tomorrow she is sending Henry Morgan to the Belgian Congo in Africa. Will you fly the map in, please?
Are you kidding?
I'm serious, Henry.
I'll go if you're serious.
We couldn't be more serious.
Because I just don't happen to have anything to do.
We checked and we found out.
I'll go.
Now, Henry, this is the biggest map that Rand McNally makes of Africa, and the name of the town where you're going is not even on it. Well, don't worry, because the Encyclopedia Britannica doesn't list it either. The town is called Bukavu.
I have many dear friends there.
It is spelled B-U-K-A-V-U, and unless you think it's out in the sticks, it's really between Inongo and Usambura, which is 80 miles south of Boomba. And Henry, this is the Belgian Congo, and it is right about there. Right about there. Okay, let's take this out. Now, Ann, you take over.
All right. Now, Henry, the first thing you'll need is a safari outfit. So if you'll come out here, we'll drop down the screen and you can get into a complete safari outfit, which is being loaned you by Abercrombie and Fitch of New York. Now,
Henry,
This time we have to do this right.
yeah, do it right, and I'll get the safari outfit.
There goes our license again. For real. Lose spot.
For real, darling.
Henry, not only are you going to Africa, you are actually, and I mean it, you're actually going on safari. Now, here is your safari outfit from Abercrombie and Fitch. The basic minimums, the pants, the coat, and the hat.
All right.
Change into those.
Yes, sir.
All right, now. Yes.
Is Henry going to be back next week?
Then he's yet to come. Now that Henry... Henry, the next thing you will need is a passport. At 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're taking you to the United States Passport Agency at 630 Fifth Avenue.
I got a passport.
Well, you got to take your expired passport or your
It's live.
It's live. You're set then. Now, in order to get the passport, you will need to have pictures, which we will take now. Will the passport photographer come out, please? Henry, try to look natural. Passport pictures. Passport pictures. Thank you. Now, in addition, you will need a visa, so you will be taken from the passport agency to the Belgian consulate in New York, where the consul general will give you a visa. Now, Henry.
Yes.
In order to get back into the United States...
I'm packing.
In order to get back into the United States again, you'll need a certificate showing that you had a smallpox booster shot before you left. So we have called up your own doctor, Dr. Gerald Brill. Dr. Brill, roll up your sleeve, Henry. Roll up your sleeve, buddy. This is it.
Well, panelist paint on air.
Now, here we go.
Listen, I got a date tomorrow night.
Just send her a wire. Or bring her a hippopotamus. It makes no difference.
Please, I'm being nonchalant.
It doesn't hurt, Henry. When it swells up so you can't get the coat on anymore,
What's the
don't
name
worry
of the
about
town?
it. Bukaru.
Bukaru.
We'll tell you more. Now, our airlines,
Hey,
of
have they
course...
got a Liggett there? I'll call you, Doc. Yeah.
Our airline is United Airlines, but as it happens, they do not fly to Bukavu, so they helped us make arrangements for your trip with Sabina Airlines, which is the world-famous Belgian Airlines. Now, Henry, here is stewardess Ghislaine Delieu of Sabina Airlines, who has your tickets for you.
Are you sure you want to leave town? I could show you a much better time around here.
Sir, well, here are the tickets for Sabina.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, sir, with Sabina.
Thank you.
And may I have the booklet, please?
Certainly.
Thank you very much, and
You're
Henry will be
welcome.
seeing you tomorrow.
Have a nice trip.
Thank
you very much.
Now, this is a book on how to speak Swahili. Henry, how to speak
I know,
Swahili.
but she speaks French. I think it'd be much more interesting.
But this book, I'll tell you, is full of so many intricate phrases that we're sending an interpreter along with you instead of the book. You keep the book just in case. Do you want to know who your interpreter is?
I want to know, is this on a level? That's
This
what
is
I want.
on the level. You're going.
Wow.
Anne, who did you select as his interpreter?
Well, I think he needs one because he'll have a rough time in camp. And since I speak about 6 words of Swahili and I can always get him a bath and some food, I'm going with you, Henry.
We're going to skip some of the items that we have in Anne. I will say that we went to the First National City Bank of New York, which has a branch in Africa, and we bought $300 in National City Bank traveler's checks to
I
pay
get
your expenses.
spending money?
Sure. Now, here is the lady. Will you go over to the desk and sign the traveler's checks?
You bet.
And let's just take this over here.
Henry?
Now, Henry, you just keep on signing those. We understand that the native, you know, when you get back in the bush... When you get back in the bush, Henry, the natives do not accept traveler's checks. The medium of exchange is salt. So we have for you 5 pounds of salt. 5 pounds of salt for exchange with the natives. That goes in your hand.
In yours. Well, sir.
Now, Ann, what's next?
Henry, here's a Polaroid land camera that prints pictures in a minute. So you can be sure you bring back good still pictures, and here's plenty of film.
Here's the Polaroid land carton.
That's
And by the
right.
way, in the most precious commodity, here are all the films.
Yeah.
The most precious commodity over there in the way of exchange are cigarettes. So here are 10 cartons of Winston's right here for you.
Chief.
Spread
the word. I'll spread the word.
Spread the word around.
You have to carry all this.
We have a 16-millimeter movie camera and 1,500 feet of color film so that you can shoot motion pictures that we can see on the show when you get back, I hope.
What did I win?
Here, hey, hoo-ha.
What contest was I in?
I don't know. But here, to record your conversation with the natives, is a portable tape recorder. Where is it?
Here's
Got
the
it?
portable tape recorder.
And it's powered by ever-ready batteries.
All right. Now, also, we want to tell you about, do we have time to tell them about the itinerary, Alan? I guess we haven't, actually, Ann, except to say
I tell
this.
you what.
Except to say that he will be back on the show, having been to Africa and on safari. He will be back on the show next Wednesday night.
Oh, I don't know.
You can't ever tell.
Henry, Henry, one final item. I know a lot of people go to Africa and they go on safari and they shoot animals, you know, just for laughs. I, for one, have never approved of it, although who am I to say? But I've got for you here a secret weapon that will protect you from any kind of wildlife that you might meet up with. Here for you. And Ann, will you put this around his neck, please?
Oh, darling, I need a light. Of course he can. Henry, darling, I was kidding about Africa. You'll adore it. I love it.
And so,
Glad
friends,
you like those things.
until next week, when we hope to see Henry back, Ann Sheridan, thank you a million. To all you folks, good night, and thank you so very
You're a
much.
doll.
Bye.
Thank you, darling.
Travel arrangements for I've Got a Secret are made for United Airlines. United Airlines flies our contestants in fast new DC-7 mainliners. This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is John Connors speaking.